Let us move to the next problem. The question is, prepare a detailed estimate for earthwork for a portion of a road from the following data. Rate of earthwork in excavation rupees 80 per cumex and banking is rupees 60 per cumex. Here the distance in the meter, RL of ground level and the RL of formation level for the different chainages has been given to you. For 0 meter distance, the RL of ground level is 114.5 and the formation level is 115. Whereas for 100 meter distance, the RL is 114.75 for the ground and 115 for the as the formation level. So likewise, the different RL of ground levels has been given to the distances from 0 to 1200 meter length of the road, and from 200 meter chainage to 700 meter, there is a upward gradient of 1 in 200, and then from 800 to the end of the road, there is a downward gradient of 1 in 400. Here two different gradients has been given to you. One is the upward, other is the downward gradient. Then the width of the formation is given, which is 10 meter, and the side slopes 1:1.5 is to 1 in cutting and 2 is to 1 in banking. Also draw the longitudinal profile to show the details required. So this is the question which is given to you. Now for this question you have to prepare the detailed estimate for the given portion of the earth. Now, as well as you have to draw the longitudinal profile by showing all the details. So, how much amount of earth is going to be going in the cutting portion and how much amount of earth is going in the filling portion. Everything you have to mention. So, before you draw the longitudinal section, you first have to find the formation level of all the chainages. So, to know the formation level of all the chainages, we first have to find the height of the rise or height of the fall which is taking place. So let us try to solve this problem. See, the first step is to find the height of the rise or height of the fall. To find that, in this question, two gradients has been given to you. One is the upward gradient. So let us do it for the upward gradient first. And this upward gradient is from 200 meter chainage to 700 meter chainage. So let us write a sentence as upward gradient from 200 to 700 meter. Now, in between all the chainages, there is an interval of 100. You can see the equal interval between all the chainages here. Hence, we have to find the height of the rise for each interval. Here the interval is of 100 meter. Hence, I wrote the sentence as for every 100 meter interval. So let us take the slope, upward gradient slope, which is given as 1 in 200. You just write that as 1 by 200 into, as we are finding the height for the every 100 meter interval, the interval should be taken as 100 here. Now, on dividing 100 with 200, you will be getting a reading of 0.5 meter, and this reading represents the height of the rise. Because the gradient which is coming in between 200 to 700 is an upward gradient, that's why I wrote this height as rise. Similarly, let us do it for the second gradient here. The second gradient is downward gradient, which is of 1 in 400. So now you write a sentence as downward gradient from the chainage 800 to 1200 meter. Now again, you have to find the height of the rise or fall which is taking place for every 100 meter interval here. Hence, for every 100 meter interval, the height will be found out by multiplying the gradient with the interval. Here the gradient is 1 in 400. You write this as 1 by 400 into the interval is 100. Now, on dividing 100 with 400, you will be getting a reading as 0.25 meter, which represents the height of the fall here. Because the gradient which is given is downward gradient. If downward gradient is given, you will be getting the height of fall. If upward gradient is given, you will be getting the height of the rise. As both the gradients are given to you, you will be getting both the heights. From 200 to 700, you will be getting the height of the rise here. From 800 to the last end of the road, you will be getting the height of the fall here. So this completes the first step. Let us move to the second step. The second step is to find the RL of formation level for the rest of the chain edges. So for which you had to prepare a table like this. In the table, you mention the distances and the RL of ground level which are given in the question. So I have just copied the distances and the RL of ground level which are in the question, and in the third row I am naming the row as RL of formation level. See, in the question, the RL of formation for the first two chain edges are given. Both the RLs are same, that is 115 meter. Hence, I am just copying these two RLs in this table. After copying, whatever the height of the rise or fall which I got, I am just writing down here. From 200 to 700, I will be getting the height of the rise, and from 800 to 1200, I will be getting the height of the fall here. So, hence, I am just writing a flower bracket here. From 200 to 700, there is a rise. I am mentioning the value with a positive value here. Again, from 800 to 1200, I got the height of the fall, for which I am considering the negative value here. Now, after writing the height of the rise and height of the fall, we have to find the rest of the RLs. So, let us start finding the RL of formation from 200 meter chain edge. To find this, I should follow the formula RL of formation of the previous chain edge, and I need to add or subtract with the height of the rise or fall. If you get the rise, then you should add the previous RL with the height of the rise. Similarly, if you get a fall, then you should add the previous RL with the height of the fall. As there is a rise from 200 to 700 meter, I will be adding all the RLs, previous RLs with this rise height here. So let us do this. Now, to find the 200 meter chain edge RL, I will be adding 115 with 0.5. I will get 115.5 here. And then again this previous one plus 0.5 again. I will get 116. Again plus 0.5. I will get 116.5. Likewise, I will do till the 700 meter chain edge. See, I have found the RL of formation till the 700 meter chain edge. Now I need to find the RL of formation for 800 meter chain edge, for which I should consider the previous one here. And this previous value I need to subtract with the height of the fall. That's why I have written the negative sign here. 118 minus 0.25 you write. You will get 117.75. Again the previous one subtract with 0.25. You get 117.5. Again this minus 0.25. You will get 117.25. Again minus 0.25. You will get 117. For the last, again you need to subtract the value. You will be getting 116.75. So this completes the RL of formation for all the chain edges. After finding all the values, I will be erasing this and I will add one more row to this table, and I am naming the row as depth here. So let us do this. See, after drawing the table, after adding the row depth here, I need to find the depth here. To find that, the depth will be found out by subtracting the RL of formation with the RL of ground. You always have to subtract the formation level with the ground level here. So let us do this. The first reading is 115 minus 114.5. You will get positive value of 0.5. Then the second difference is 115 minus 114.75. You will get 0.25. And then 115.5 minus 115.25. Likewise, you have to do till the last chain edge. Do this. See, I found all the values here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5 positive value and the remaining negative values here. So here all the positive values represents the banking portion, whereas the negative value represents the cutting portion. Now, after finding the depth, in the question it is asked you to draw the longitudinal section. Hence, to draw that you have to prepare a table. Say you prepare a table like this. In the table you need to mention the distance, RL of ground level, RL of formation level, cutting depth and filling depth. So likewise you have to start from the bottom and end up to the top. After preparing this table, you just mention all the readings here. I have mentioned the readings of distances, RL of ground level and RL of formation level here. Now to mention the cutting depth and the filling depth, that will be written with the help of the previous table. If in the previous table, if you are getting a positive value, then all the positive values represents the filling depth here. And if you are getting a negative value, then all the negative values represents the cutting depth here. From 0 to 400, I got the positive value. Hence, I will be writing those positive value as the filling depth here. So, let us write this. The first reading 0.5, then 0.25, then 0.25, then 0.8 and then 0.4. So you put dash for the cutting depth up to 400. Then beyond 400 till 1200 meter, you will be getting a negative value here. Hence all the values should be written as the cutting depth. You write those values here. Don't write the negative sign now because I am naming the row as the cutting depth itself. So no need of writing the negative sign. 0.35, 0.25, 0.35 and then 0.3, 0.5, 0.9 and then 2.75. So now you put dash for the filling depth above this. So this completes the table. Now for this table we have to draw the longitudinal profile here. So how to draw this? To draw the longitudinal profile, you have to project a lines over the chain edges. I am just projecting a dotted lines over this. I am projecting this line with the help of a pencil here. See, this first line represents the 0 meter chain edge, whereas second represents the 100, third represents the 200 meter chain edge. Likewise, up to 1200 meter chain edge, I am projecting all the lines vertically. And then, now at first I had to mention the RL of ground level here. Later I will be mentioning the RL of formation level. Let us do with the RL of ground level. See, for 0 meter chain edge, the RL is 114.5. Without the scale, I am just mentioning the point somewhere here. And then for the second chain edge, the RL is 114.75, which is slightly higher than this. Hence, I have to show the point slightly above this. Again, moving to the third point, there is a reading of 115.25. Again, the reading is higher than the previous one. You mark the point somewhat higher than the previous one. And then for the fourth, the reading is 115.2, which is lesser than the previous one. So you have to mention the point less than the previous one and higher than the second reading. Then 116.1, which is again higher than 115.2. I am mentioning that point somewhere here. Again 118, that is greater than 116. I will be mentioning the point here. Then 117.85, which is lesser than the previous one. Then 118.2, again higher than the previous one, and also 118. I will mention here. And then 118.1, which is lesser than the previous one. I will mention somewhere here. Then 117.8. So 117.8 you draw just below 117.8 level. See, I have shown 117.8 level here. So now just below, somewhat below that point, I will be marking the point here. And then 117.75 which is again lesser than the previous one. So somewhat less than this. Then 117.9 which is again higher than the previous one, and that is higher than 117.852. So 117.85 I draw here. I am just projecting like this, and I will be marking the point somewhat higher than that. Then at the end the reading is 119.5 which is higher than all the readings, hence I will be drawing the point somewhere here. So now, after mentioning all the points, you need to join those points. So let us join this with a free hand. See, this line represents the RL of ground level for the road. Now, you have to mention the RL of formation level within this. So, how to mention this? You just compare the RL of formation with the ground level here. For the first chainage, the RL of formation is 115 and the ground level is 114.5. So 115 is higher than 114.5. Hence, I had to mark the point just above this. So somewhere here I will be marking. Then again for the second chainage, 115 is the RL of formation, whereas the RL of ground is 114.75. So again 115 is higher than 114.75. I will be drawing the same point here. So both the RLs are same. Hence you have to show the horizontal point here. You just project this point here itself. And then 115.2 is the RL of ground and 115.5 is the RL of formation. So 115.5 is greater than 115.25. Hence I will be showing that point here. 116 is greater than this and greater than the previous reading too. So I will mark here. Then 116.5 is greater than 116. Hence, I will mark the point higher than that. 117 is greater than 116.5. Hence, I will. Okay. See, 117 is greater than 116.5, but it is less than 118. Because 118 point is this. Hence, I can't mark the point here. I need to show 117 below this only. So, I will be showing here. Now, 117.5 is greater than 117, but it is less than 117.85. So now I had to show the point here. Now 118 is greater than previous one, but it is less than 118.25. Hence, I will need to mark the point below the ground level here. Again, 117.75 is lesser than the 118 and again it is lesser than 118.5. So, this value has to become below this as well as this. So, somewhere here I need to mark. Then again, 117.5 is lesser than the previous one and it is also less than 117.82. So, that's why I had to show the point lesser than this and again lesser than this. Somewhere here I will show. 117.25 is again lesser than the previous one and it is also less than 117.5. Hence I had to show below the ground level. Then 117. So 117 is again less than previous and it is also less than 117.9. So that's why I need to show the point here. 116.75 is again less than the previous one and it is also less than the RL of ground level. So that's why I will be marking that point here. So now after marking all the points, I need to join those points. So let us join this. This comes horizontal and then like this. Like this, like this, and then like this, and then like this, then see, the curved line represents the ground level here and this line represents the formation level. It would be better if I draw this formation level with the help of the red pen. As I don't have red pen right now, that's why I am making use of black pen here. So this completes the profile longitudinal section of the ground, and this completes the third step. See here, in this figure, in between 400 and 500 meter signage, the ground level you will get 0 meter of depth here at this point. So the depth of the cutting as well as the depth of the filling is up to this. See, up to this there is a filling portion. You can see the above is the formation level here and the below is the ground level here. Hence, whatever the portion which is coming in between these two, that much portion has to be filled here. And then, see, this continues the formation level and the ground level comes above this, like this. From beyond 400 till 1200, the ground level is higher than the formation level. That means this much amount of road comes under cutting portion. So if this comes under cutting portion and this comes under filling portion, then at what distance the ground level comes to neutral? So that you have to find now. So for finding that, what do you have to do? You have to select this area. So now let us draw this. I am just highlighting this portion, this one and this one. And I need to consider this portion now. So now if I consider this portion, see this portion